First of all, I think our guys played really well. Um, Not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. A lot of things we could have done better. But some of it had to do with Washington. Washington, I think, is a very, very underrated football team. And I'm not just saying that because we won the game tonight. When you really watch the game, he's got a chance to be really, really special. So our guys kept fighting. Like I said, we weren't perfect. Missed a couple things here offensively, let a couple things go there defensively. But our guys are fighting. They're battling. And we talk about being a second-half football team, which is the second half of football games and the second half of the season. That's where our training shows up. That's where our mentality shows up. The guys did that tonight. Played really well. Once again, not perfectly, but we're trying to improve every week from here on out. Absolutely. We talked about it. When you watch the film, there's a reason why statistically these guys are really up there in our conference and in the nation. They don't give up a lot of big plays. We were able to get a couple tonight with some great efforts by the quarterback and Christian McCaffrey. They don't give up a lot of big plays, so we knew there were going to have to be some 8, 9, 10, 12 play drives. If we're going to want to score, we're going to have to be methodical, we're going to have to be systematic, we're going to have to convert on third down, we're going to find a way to create some yardage because they don't give up a whole bunch. So I give a lot of credit to the mentality of our football team, the maturity of our football team, and knowing that we're not going to rip off 30-yard runs and 50-yard passes play after play after play. It was going to be hard. It was going to be tough sledding. We had to stay with our plan. And our guys did a great job. It's been pretty big. And Kevin, and that decision, and he of course thought about it for a while and talked to his mom about it, and we had one brief conversation about it before he really wanted to think about it. And the bottom line for him was he couldn't imagine not being at Stanford this year. He couldn't imagine not being here with these guys and this team, which once again, it's a very, very selfless way to think of it. Whereas it's not just about being a superstar and being money. He knew what we were going to do. We knew we were going to be balanced. He wasn't coming here to break a whole bunch of passing records. He wanted to come back and play with these guys. This is a really, really good group of guys and football players. And his leadership, I think, has been huge for us. He's been as efficient as any quarterback in college football over the last month and a half. He just really has made some great decisions. A little bit behind that last throw there, taking a shot there. But you really watch him play, and he's not making a lot of mistakes. He's throwing some really nice balls, giving guys a chance to make the plays. And then he's back to, even with a bad ankle, he's still back to being hard to tackle. He broke free a couple times, and a couple of really nice runs that extended drives. So I couldn't be more proud of where Kevin is right now.
Coach, Garnett and Murphy had a Garnett why for the last.
Well, I think the biggest thing really is looking at 4 out of the 5 from one recruiting class, with Casey Tucker being the lone exception. And last year having a lot of high aspirations for those guys, and really setting the bar really high. And I don't think we reached those aspirations last year. This year with a lot more maturity, Coach Bloomgren's done a phenomenal job with those guys, both technique-wise and system-wise, as well as getting them and pushing them to reach their potential. And in particular, Garnett and Murphy right now are playing at a high level. Graham Schuler over the last month of the season is playing the best football of his career, along with Johnny Casper. So just talking about those guys from that one class, they've really grown, they've really matured, and they're starting to become what we anticipated becoming when we recruited this group.
Especially in the bowl, but you've won quite a few of them at home now. Actually, I think you've got the best streak now in the country. How much is playing so many of these types of games here give you an advantage? I mean, is it much different playing at night than during the afternoon?
Oh, it's a huge difference. I don't know if it's an advantage or not. I think our guys have played extremely well. I think our guys take it seriously whenever we play at home, no matter what time. So I think we've got a really good home record over the last 4+ years. I think the stadium's also really, really beautiful in the sunlight. But they just tell us what time to play, and we show up and play. And our guys have done a really good job.
Coach, another great performance by Kristen tonight. 300 more.
It took you guys that long to ask for Kristen McCaffrey.
I know it. I don't know what's taking everybody so long.
Thank you, Rick. Thank you very much.
What more can you say about this young man, and are you ready to start promoting him as a Heisman candidate?
I'm at the point where I don't know what else I can say other than watch him. Just watch him. He's so quick. He's so explosive. The little guy never gets tired. He gets pounded. He gets hit. He gets blown up on a kickoff return, and we want to scrub him. We want to take him out just to see if he's okay. And he comes up with a smile on his face. Say, Coach, I'm fine. We put him back out there, and he gets after it again. I thought Barry J. Sanders came in and did a nice job as well. Just the times we really want to spell Christian. But he's special. As a runner, as a receiver, as a returner. He's just fun to watch, and he's fun to call plays for because we don't have to be perfect. A couple plays tonight weren't blocked perfectly, but he made big runs. So, the hype for that award, that's still down the road. That's still down the road. We're playing on national TV. People are getting a chance to see him play, which is great. But for us and for him, I congratulate him. Kind of gave him a little bump on the chest. And said, Coach, we got next week. It's all about next week. And that's the mentality of him. That's the mentality of the football team. Tom?
Kevin, good.
I wouldn't say 100%, but it's been nice. Last week he had one play where I saw him plant on that leg and drive and change direction, which was really nice to see. Happened a few more times today. It's still a little stiff on him. The best thing about it doesn't hurt anymore. It's not as sore, but usually the last thing to come back is that full explosion, that top speed. I don't know if he's completely back there yet, but he's getting a lot closer. And we'll be careful with him again this week. Just continue that rehab process until he's back 100%.
Hi. You went for fourth down a couple times, converted both times on fourth and short. What was the thinking behind going for the fourth downs? Because obviously it worked out.
Well, the big thing that I've said a couple times this year, because there have been some dissatisfied customers for me not going for fourth down, and I've just outed my philosophy, and I'm going to stick to it, which is we got a 2-score lead with what Ramon does. He's got a phenomenal knack, as good as anybody I've ever been around on third and short and goal line situations. With our offensive line, the way that they're playing, we'll go for it. We'll go for it. Feel good. I feel fine about it being on our own side of the 50 because of the score that we had, the way that our defense is playing. Now, once again, if we're in a 0-0 game or we're down by 1 score, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to play field position. But I trust our guys. I believe in our guys. I believe in what we do and the plan that Coach Bloomgren comes up with. So we get in those positions where it's 2-score leads, somewhere around midfield or plus territory, we're going to go for it. There's no question. I mean, it's all over college football too. I think it's really simplified in the Pac-12, but it's all over college football. And one of the guys one of the national guys I was talking to a couple weeks ago was basically saying, I kind of agree with him. There's no one true dominant team in college football. There are a lot of good football teams. So if you don't play your best, you have a chance to lose. If you play your best, you have a chance to win week in and week out. The good teams also, they might lose one, but they're going to bounce back. They have to bounce back. That's what happened to us week 1. That's happened to Washington State week 1. They come out and play some really, really good football in the last couple of weeks. It should be a really good game. Thanks, guys.